What does the Countess want with him anyways?
Don't know. I just want to get the job done, get paid, and not go anywhere near her mansion after that.
So yeah, Gloomwood is out. It's possibly my most awaited game in years. I will just start by saying that the game is very early access, not in the way that the devs are using the players as their QA team, but in that in terms of actual length of content, it's somewhat light. So if you don't actually know much about Gloomwood, it's an immersive sim with heavy thief influence, but with guns and a focus on the survival horror aspects. I won't go into spoiler territory about the story content presented in the game, but here's a TLDW anyway on if you should get the game right now. The game plays, looks, feels and sounds great, but there are only 3 levels and that might not be a satisfying experience to drop into right now, as this is basically just the intro of the game. Gloomwood Stealth is based on Thief. Stay in the shadows, move softly and make sure you aren't moving on loud surfaces. The light and shadow part of the gameplay is pretty dynamic in this game. Turning off lights and hiding behind desks is one thing, but there are enemies that carry torches. They can quickly take away the comfort of the darkness.
I will chow you up!
There's also the lighthouse that rotates and periodically lights up parts of the map. You can tell how visible you are from your ring. If it's shining, it means that any nearby guard is gonna see you and fuck you up with an axe real quick. The guards in general are great enemies. While the traffic light design might look off for a while, I think that and the fact that they are voiced by Gianni gives them a lot of personality. They have a good amount of health, so if you don't take them out unawares, you can die quick. They can see you from a good enough distance and will pursue you for a while as well. But sometimes they just seem to break. Maybe they are just Swedish and the smell of rotten fish reminds them of their home, and there are some notable bugs with the AI as of when I made this video. Their hearing can be kind of off as well, like you can shoot directly at them and they wouldn't hear you. But other times loud noises drag them in. The guards are numerous and when they swarm you, they can send you back to the checkpoint real quick. But their AI is also easy to exploit. So these torch-wielding guards can set fire to things and well,
I will chow you up! I'm on fire! Help me, brothers!
also getting on a different level from them really messes with them as well. If you wanna ghost the levels altogether, you can do that as well. The levels are fully ghostable. The level design is great. There are some great vertical loops in this one, where you can open doors and release chains to connect different parts of an area. The levels that are present are not really open spaces that sprawl in different directions, but are generally smaller and denser. It's so good in fact that I didn't even need to use the maps to navigate the areas. And these maps look great. I will always love maps that physically exist in the game world. Looking around the world, finding notes for clues on how to progress, or just making your own road by stacking barrels or platforming. The movement of the character aids this. The player character controls really well and responsively. The air control is perfect and that makes tricky jumps feel good to execute, and the levels opens up in possibilities even further. The ledge grab and rope climbing also just make moving up high really fun. These levels are brought together by the visuals, which are really well done. The caves lit by mushrooms look dark and ominous, but also feel a slight bit magical. The dreary fishery, moss covered and run down with the occasional corpse and blood stains, create a really creepy and gross atmosphere. The steampunk machinery has a vibe. The weapons, the animations and the enemy visuals all have a similar quality of detail to them. It all feels really good overall. Well, except throwing. The doctor has a pretty weak throw and there is no real way to tell where the objects you throw will land. Look at the Gloomdog's briefcase. It's all really well done. There being absolutely no UI elements really makes the game design for me. Even in weapons, you have to check the ammo using a button. If there's one bad thing to say about the visuals, it's performance related. Currently, it's that the Lightmark quality sucks out all of the performance. Its highest settings is simply not worth it for most systems, as it won't give a consistent frame rate on the game. It doesn't look that much different between the middle option and the highest one, so I would recommend that. Hell, if you have issues, turn it down to the lowest. Though in that case, there are parts where it's clearly worse looking. There's also the sound design in this game. It's also really well done. From listening to you and your enemy's footsteps, you have to keep an ear onto it to gauge where they are and how loud you are being, to eavesdropping on their conversation to get a hint of where to go next. The environmental audio and ambient music contribute to the atmosphere as well. The areas would feel incomplete without it. The weapons are punchy and the shots ring out loudly. Machinery sounds mechanical. It always sounds amazing. It's very satisfying to track down a safe station phonograph just by listening to it. That brings this to one of the game's divergence from most immersive sims. You can't just attach quick save and quick load to your mouse to go through the game. Now I am not judging anyone, I am in no position to with my own saves coming. But in case of Gloomwood, it's an interesting decision. It certainly helps a ton for creating tension when you know that a mess up will send you back to the previous save point, making this game really the Dark Souls of immersive sims. So overall, yeah, this demo is really good in terms of quality of the content. In terms of quantity though, it's a bit lacking. There are just 2 enemies and 3 levels, which does not reach a good enough climax in the early access. New Blood is gonna increase the price with each update to $30 by the end. Buying now means a really small part of the game, so if you are not looking to follow the development as new levels and more mechanics are being implemented and want a game to play now, I won't recommend it. But if you want to do that, or you don't mind content drops that will be spaced over a long period of time, get it. Knowing what I was getting into, I am pretty satisfied with the current experience. Anyway, did I say that the game has a great shotgun that folds, looks great and shoots well? This part is about my channel. I just hit 100 subscribers last month, which was pretty cool, but I don't really have much to say other than thanks for watching my videos. Also, I now have a Discord server. It's not about my channel in general, just a general game discussion place. Feel free to join and talk there. Here's the invite. I'm trying to upload more regularly now, which is funny cause I didn't do that when I had more time.